right, so we're currently here at the Kempinski Hotel, and it looks like most of the artists are trooping in for the Afrimas this year. And I have with me one of the biggest artists in Africa, Peter of, should I say P Square? I hope he's okay with that, but he's not. Okay, so let me say Mr. P, that's how he wants to be called. Welcome to Ghana.
Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you too?
I feel honored to be here.
I think you've been in Ghana before a couple of times, so maybe, as a group.
But now, as a solo artist, yeah. Yeah.
I would have loved to see the two of you, but I'm sure you have your reasons, so we'll leave it there. Now, first of all, this is the first time Afrimas is being held in Ghana. How does it feel for you as an artist?
Well, Afrima is like the Grammy Award for Africa, and it cannot just be held only in Nigeria, South Africa, and the rest. It should be done in Ghana. I'm sure next time they should take to East Africa, the rest of the African country. And one good thing about African music brings people together. And I'm here seeing some of my colleagues that I've never heard of or seen before, but I realize they're big as well in their own country. So I feel honored.
I think you have a certain bond with rapper Sarkodie. There's this sweet bond with you guys that maybe we don't seem to understand, but maybe you can explain to us what exactly you and Sarkodie have.
Humility. Sarkodie is my very good friend. I was there at his wedding, and I made sure I performed. And, I just have, we both like, even if we don't speak the same language, but when we talk, we talk. I remember when we were talking about, telling me about he wanted to get married to his baby mama, which is now his wife. I told him, bro, it's a good thing, because I did the same thing. So, try to be humble. We look very intimidating that, but we still try to be, humble and think of the way to move, the industry forward. Today a lot of musicians in Africa are collaborating, and I love that. I never saw it happening, but with the likes of what we have on TV these days, everybody collaborating. My fan and your fans, let them get connected, and it's happening. I'm happy.
We're excited about, as you said, the connection you have with rapper Sarkodie. I remember you released one song, he put it on social media, and people were bashing. I don't know whether you saw that, but people were quite upset because they were like, why is he supporting Peter of P Square if he's Nigerian? I don't know how you felt about that.
It's a mentality, though. When I travel outside, when you ask me what kind of music I do, I don't tell people whether it's Afrobeat. I just say I do good music. When people start, this is where people have problems. They just try to separate the whole situation, trying to say, oh, he shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. No, this is Africa, man. You can't just say because he put up my song, and people are sad that he's not doing that for his fellow people. Sarkodie is one of the most humble musicians I've met here in Ghana, and I don't think, we're still going to have people that don't like you, whether they like it or not. You think, if you like, Jesus Christ was crucified. What are we saying? So who is Sarkodie then? Who is Mr. P? So I'm not there and say 100% of the world or the people must love me now. Even if it's 10%, those 10%, let me cherish them and think about how to win the rest. So it's nothing. It's just people are going to hate. It's normal.
Apart from Sarkodie, what's your relationship like with other Ghanaian artists? I haven't really seen you, working with
you. I don't have any, I don't have any relationship with anyone here apart from him. And I would love to, have that, get to meet them. I pray this opportunity to get to meet them one-on-one and all that, but I haven't really, I remember Tiny, I remember, was that guy that does this before? Yeah, I remember him, but I didn't get close to them. Then Avio, yeah. I know these people, but I don't really have strong relationship with them. I can't deny that. Don't get me wrong now, but we're getting there.
Would you like to work with them since you're around?
Everybody will have to work with everybody. Irrespective whether you feel you're bigger, it doesn't matter. Sometimes, I learned something from Puff Daddy. When I met him, I was with him in Dubai. I mean, that's like the first time I met him. So he made me a hell rock, and I took a picture with it. And when I posted it, and this is what I learned, what he said to me. He said, listen, I might be more popular than you are, and I have more followership than you are. But your followers, I need them. So it doesn't matter. You might have 100,000. With my 5 million followers, those your 100,000, I need them. If you're a real businessman, you think about that.
Peter, I know you would not want to talk about this, but there's been lots of cries, lots of your fans. People keep asking, when are you coming back? Don't you think it's about time? Don't you think it's about time you and your brother just let everything go and work?
To be honest with you, I don't want to talk about it. No, it's okay. Come on. I don't want to talk about it. I've made my point. I don't want to talk anything about it. I've moved on. I don't want to talk about it.
Now, this 4 days for the Afrimas, what are your expectations here in Ghana?
It's going to be fireworks. It's going to be bazooka. I'm here on my own, and I know what I bring to the stage. I'm a very electrifying performer. One thing for sure is I can take any song and perform, whether it's mine or not, whether it's not even mine. But once I perform this song, you feel my energy. I know how to abuse the stage. Let me use that word. I can assault the stage. So I'm ready to do that here in Ghana.
Okay. And of course, I'm sure you came with your dancers as usual.
My bands, everybody. Funny enough, I came with my former bands. All the bands are with me. I came here with them. All the bands, Peace Girls band are with me. And they chose me. I don't know.
Do you have any favorite Ghanaian meal you're looking forward to eat?
We'll give you guys the jollof rice. Now, stew the rain. You guys can have the jollof rice.
Now, which stew? Now, tomatoes or which one? Agushi or what?
Stew now. We use stew. You guys, there's been Ghana jollof and Nigeria jollof fight. What? Una take. Now, stew the rain.
Well, of course, we're excited to have you, and we are looking forward to a good show. And yes, welcome to Ghana once again, and enjoy your stay.
You guys are welcome. Ghana, Ghanaians, I love you guys. Much love.
Let's talk showbiz.
In terms of the allocation to the industry, there's been some upward increase, which is welcome, even though, of course, we'd have wished for more, considering what we can do with more in this industry. The contributions that this budget, we hope, would make to the various subsectors of the industry. Usually, budgets are budgets, they are proposals. What we want is that next year by now would be evaluating exactly what the allocations have been used for, and the benefits and the impact that it's made on the industry, and that has enabled us also impact on society with our art. So basically, if you ask me, I'll say that let's wait and see. We're expecting that we will have a better impact on the industry.
And the concern has been that there's been promises. We're promised an ultra-modern music studio. That has not been completed already. There's another promise for an ultra-modern film studio. Even though it's important, it seems the promises keep piling up, and the construction of theaters across board has not been completed, but more promises, more promises. I don't know what to make of the promises.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that we'll be able to evaluate it properly next year based on where we'd have gotten from here. Yes, my concern with a film studio is that film studios are things of the past. So I don't know who advised the government to build a studio. My laptop is a film studio. You know.
You're saying an ultra-modern film studio?
Yes, I'm saying that ultra-modern film studios are on our laptops. What I think is that we ought to identify locations in the country. I mean, cultural, heritage, environment, what do you call it, forests and the castles and all that, and develop these into film locations, or potential film locations. That is what is the current trend. I mean, nobody's using studios any longer. The major studios, you know, Paramount and MGM, they've all closed down. You know, so I think that one was ill-advised. However, we still need to look at the locations and the tourism sites and all that, and develop them into major film locations. That is my take. But be that as it may, you know, whatever other allocations have been made, we're hoping that they will actually be implemented and that they won't remain promises. They won't remain promises, but this time around we're going to have. And since the minister has come and we've spoken to her, that also offers us an opportunity to monitor her, you know, to be on her heels. And sure, because she's come, she said it, if other times it was read in Parliament, probably difficult to monitor, but since she has been with us and repeated them, then it gives us an opportunity to actually monitor her and ensure her, you know, monitor her and then see to it that the things that have been put in the budget are actually being implemented.
Let's talk showbiz.
No, you know, there are ups and downs in the movie industry, you know, and sometimes they're good times, sometimes they are bad times, you know. Our movie industry is like a roller coaster, you know, but thankfully everything is picking up again. We're shooting, most people are filming, and I won't say it's my colleagues, you know, sometimes the producers don't have the support they want to produce these films, to finance these films, and they need help from other institutions, you know, so it's not the cause of the actors, but sometimes the producers don't get, it's lack of funds that causes this.